Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. In this episode, I want to continue with this material map generator. Currently, I'm using this Apple M1 branch. So just a day after I posted about material map generator, here Angelo actually made this branch, and then with this branch, you can install the add-on for Blender that can generate PBR material from an image. Okay, so I've prepared some texture that's seamless. This is actually the one I used the other day. I will actually just use this one, unknown 29. So the idea is, so with Blender you install the add-on and you simply drop in the image into the material shader and then you run the add-on. Okay, so this still actually might take a while, but I will show it to you anyway. So material map generator, this is version 1.0.1. when you install the add-on, you need to run this one time, install dependency and install Apple M1. It's a good idea actually when installing, if you actually load Blender from this Mac OS terminal, or in Windows you need to enable the prompting so you can see this while running Blender. So anyhow, so we need to have this seamless. I got my texture here. I want to drop it into Blender. The way we're gonna use this, okay, I will show you. If you do it this way, so let's say you have this cube, you give it a material, or it's already have material, just create a new one anyway, create shader. Okay, if you load the image this way, it might give you an error. Okay, so this is probably a bug, but I'm just gonna show it to you anyway. Let's pick something. This one. The way this works, you select an image node, image texture node, and then you select node and click on generate material maps. I think this is gonna give me an error. Oh, actually this one works right away. I remember if I do it differently, it's gonna actually complain about the image texture, like missing path or something. So another way to load the image is actually you create an image editor here and then drag and drop the image into the material. Okay, this might take a while, so in the meantime we can go to Lexica, maybe try to make something. Okay, I really like this actually, this kind of prompt. I wish it could be seamless right away if we use like mage space. I said it mage, but it's a mage space or something. Yeah, if this is actually running on Mac Metal GPU or CPU, Metal MPS, it's gonna be a lot faster, but it's running on the CPU that's not using Metal, so it's gonna take a while. If you use CUDA, it's probably gonna take a few seconds. Anyhow, yeah, we get this. If you want, like, if this guy, if you enhance this material, it's gonna try to increase the resolutions, I think up to 1K or 2K. Let's see, just wait a bit. There's a lot of things going on. I really like this, but we're just gonna save it. If you search for texture sci-fi, we might have something. If only this is seamless, it would be pretty cool. Maybe it's seamless, I don't know. So this guy is completed. Okay, we have the displacement, the normal, roughness. As usual, you can actually combine and connect this manually, or if you want this to be like automatic, I'll show you how. Let's say this is a material demo. We have the image inside Blender, inside the blend file, right? By default, the one that's being generated using Material Maps Generator is inside Blender. This is the original displacement, normal, roughness. Okay, the way I can save it really quickly is just to pack resources, pack all the image. It's packing all 4 files, and then unpack it, unpack resources, and then just write files to the current directory. And then after I do that, I can delete all this image. And before I do anything, I'll check it on the desktop where I save the blend. Okay, where is it? This one. Under textures folder, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is seamless, being generated using Dream texture add-on. I just need to rename this to diffuse. Okay, maybe while we are doing something, while we are idle, we can turn on Dream texture and let's try to make something. Okay, it's gonna be running locally, texture seamless, and I will make something while it's being idle. Just create this steampunk, paste it here, generate. Okay, oh, it's gonna take a while. Anyhow, it's okay. Save this. Principal BSDF, Control Shift T. Just load our texture 1, 2, 3, 4. Diffuse, displacement, normal, roughness. Just load it. Now we can use Suzanne to test this, or Taurus. Suzanne, the monkey head. Simplify, Control 2. Switch this to cycles. Cycles is faster with Mac M1, actually a lot faster. Not EV, cycles. So let's check the texture. Select this guy, and while shift selecting, Command L, link the material. The seam you see on Suzanne, that's because of the UV. Okay, you can change the UV and the seams will be less pronounced. So we get all connected. This is the normal that I can adjust. With the displacement and stuff, we also need to enable it manually. Displacement and bump. Okay, reduce this. Not too much. Tangent space, I don't know, maybe we need to change this to object space. I don't know, that's something you need to try yourself. What we can do is, with the mapping, we can increase the scale until we are happy with the look. This seems pretty strong still. If we render, okay, it's gonna explode because the displacement is pretty strong. This guy is still, the AI is still thinking it's gonna take a while. Unfortunately, I wish this could be faster. I mean, we can run the Dream Studio. It's gonna take a few seconds, but it doesn't create seamless. Oh yeah, if the developer of this add-on is watching this, so we have Material Map Generator. Maybe there should be a way we can run this as a batch. Currently, we select a node and then run this generate material maps for PBR, which should take, if it takes a second, you don't need to do a batch. But if we have multiple image, I wonder how the result's gonna be. So we have a single light. It's displacing, okay, displacing the Suzanne pretty good, okay, pretty well. We can use this sky, dynamic sky. This is an add-on that comes with Blender. Dynamic sky, just enable it. Once after you enable it, you have this sky. You can just create. After you do this, you go to property world and then change this to dynamic. Now when you render, you're gonna see the sky looking kind of nice. It's not perfect, it's not super realistic, but this is probably fine. Increase the cloud density, sky color, let's change this to Australian blue sky. A little bit hazy. That's the result. Currently I'm using CPU, while this guy's Stable Diffusion's Dream Texture is running also using CPU, so a lot of CPU processing happening. Change the horizon. The light is still affecting Suzanne, by the way. So there's this light, this extra light on top of the blue sky, and this haze horizon color. So this is like afternoon sky, a little bit purplish and pinkish, with the material displacing Suzanne. So it's pretty cool. That's everything seems to be automatic. So I'll just use tangent space. I like tangent space. Yeah, I think overall this is pretty convincing. What else can we do with this? If you want to do like a little bit of geometry nodes, maybe. So let's say you're happy with this, Suzanne. Let's try something. I want to do some UV inside geometry nodes. So I'll do an improvisations. We have Suzanne. Maybe I just create another object, which is this cube. Geometry nodes. Maybe I should scatter random points. We have points. Plug in geometry. Let's see if I still remember how to do this instancing. So we have points. I want to have random position value. Okay. -1, between -1 and 1. Random seed. Radius. Okay. Instance. 2 points. Okay. Instance. 2 points. Actually, points to instance. Instance on points. Okay. We have geometry instance of Suzanne. I want to randomize the rotations. Can I remesh this? Remesh. Mesh to volume. Volume to mesh. It's not merging into one. So realize instances. Boom. This is gonna, yeah, mesh everything. Smooth, shade smooth. And of course, what's missing here is the material and the UV. Maybe, anyhow, I will set the material. I'm doing this while waiting for this dream texture to finish. So we set the material on this guy. Maybe the UV will not work on this clump of objects. Yeah, because we don't have UV, right? Remember? The only way to do this is if we unwrap the UV using geometry nodes. That's one way to do it. Or if we just change this from UV to generated, just for fun. Just for now, I mean, we can use object maybe. If we keep that on UV, however. Okay, anyway, we get something here. So save as. I will save this as just that name, and then let's see if I could do another thing. Let's do it once again with the new material. Drag and drop this image. Generate. Okay. Okay, this is the bug that I was talking about. It doesn't seems to like the image that's being dropped in, which is unfortunate. Maybe if I create image, just load it from the outside, this should work. It's failing. Yeah, I think it's a bug. If I create a new blend, go to the desktop, material, texture, and drag and drop here. This time it should work. Yeah, I quite like this seamless pattern. The closer one might be better. Some texture is really like fractal. Copy paste. It's this. We don't always need all this styling. So the texture is still generating the PBR. This is what I generated the other day. So this one is still processing. Okay, that's not bad. We can rerun this. It's pretty abstract. It looks 3D though. Things with AI art is really good for inspiration. You can actually just go inside it and just keep making things. endlessly, a little bit crazy. Okay, another feedback for this add-on, because on a Mac, if it's running, you can't do anything inside the blend, so that's another thing. Yeah, if this could be more streamlined, I mean, allowing users to just working on other thing while it's running. Yeah, now it's completed. File, save as, fractal, texture. How is our dream? I think I accidentally closed it, right? Back to material demo. I need to rename this manually. So if we Control-Shift-T now, we can just load that, rescale. Find the one that's kind of seamless, and then enable displacement and bump. The same drill, adjust the normal map and adjust this. If there's another way to do this faster, please let me know in the comments. So this guy might need more resolutions. We can enable cycles, experimental, and enables adaptive subdivisions, so it's gonna subdivide more during render time. There we go. The clump, geometry nodes, right? Unwrap, UV unwrap. This is one thing. Probably if we use random value on the edge seam, we just make like a random cut, and then this guy can be textured. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what I want to show you today. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.